Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Monday night's training. And I've been thinking about this one all day. And I am going to I am choosing to share it with you because I think that as you take what I'm going to share with you today, I've boiled it down to simplest terms to help you to break free from stagnation, break free from sabotage, into your thriving self-empowerment. And I've broken it down into 3 easy steps to share with you today for free that if you use these, they will dramatically impact your life. Naturally, if you don't use these, they're not going to do nothing. So, with that in mind, welcome Miss Kristen Massner, RJ, Rachel. What's up, buddy? So, hey, I appreciate you as always. I always look forward to my trainings. What's up, Brent? Look forward to sharing with you. I have my computer open now, too, so whatever questions you have coming in, I am live. So, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. What's up, Rocco? Hopefully everyone had an amazing weekend, you specifically. I had a really amazing one, and that's where tonight's information is coming from. It's from some inspiration that I've had over the last couple of days that have made a really profound difference in how I feel and how I function. And when I can narrow it down to focusing on these, it makes life so much simpler. It makes my life so much simpler. And it's going to make your life so much simpler because you are an amazing, open-minded student as well as myself. I'm probably a better student than I am a teacher. Imagine that. I take orders well and listen well, especially when it comes to knowledge and education. So, hey, if we're not connected, please connect with me on thinkgreatloseweight.com. That's where you can connect on our email list so we can send you all the replays. We can send you all the awesome stuff that we send out to our crew, and we appreciate you. I'm always open-minded to questions and whatever things you have that may be floating around your mind. However, I can support and serve you. This is my mission. And my mission specifically is to serve 200 million people by the time that God decides to graduate me off planet Earth. So nonetheless, I have a lot of work that I get to do, and I really require each and every one of your support. So if you feel called and love and resonate with my information that God inspires me to share through me to you, do me a favor and just please share my broadcast. That is the best way that you can support me, is by helping me to get my information out to more people so we can ultimately make a larger impact on our planet. That is my mission, and that is my outcome fulfilled. And I'm grateful, and I appreciate your support. So let's get into our content, okay, or my content. And I'm going to share with you exactly what it is. I took some notes. A lot of times I like to just cruise through it myself and not have notes, and it's good to have my memory jogged at times. So let's get to work. So tonight we're going to talk about 3 easy steps to break free from sabotage and stagnation. And what's up, Amy? And thrive and be empowered to thrive through what I'm going to share with you. So if this information or this title that I've created resonates with you, just type a yes. I would like to see and get an idea of where you are functioning at so I can tailor my information to perhaps solve a problem for you and create a miracle, most importantly, because in my opinion, I get to see those happen often, and I would love to be able to share one with you with that in mind. What's up, Amanda? Awesome. Exciting. As always, or I am enthusiastic. I don't know how we came connected, but this is what I needed. Well, that's how we came connected, young lady. Welcome, Ashley. What's up, Miss Kristen? I appreciate you so much and your melatonin spray. I like it. I'm going to give one of those to my parents, too, when I see them. So, Ashley, welcome to the family. We appreciate you. Everyone here is open-minded. You're in a secure space to be Ashley, and we only expect you to be Ashley. Good deal? Just like I will be Brian, Kristen will be Kristen, Oba will be Oba, Miss Amanda will be Amanda, Rachel will be Rachel, Rocco, everybody. So let's get to work. So I have about 30 minutes. What's up, Mandy? I have about 26 minutes to share with you what I'm going to share with you. My invitation to you is to get one of these little gadgets or one of these little gadgets. Get a pen. Get something colorful. because I'm going to share with you my top 3 tactics that I use, and that if you use, I guarantee you your life will never be the same in ways that you possibly could not even imagine to understand right now, because more than likely you have not hit many of these positions because these 3 things are not in place. And when they are and you're plugged in, things are going to be significantly different for you. Just trust me in this. What's up, Miss Carrie Reynolds? Long time no see. So awesome. So let's get to work. So the first one we're going to talk about, I don't care who you are and what you do, the number one thing you're going to die without is oxygen. If you've ever heard Chris and I talk a lot about education and things that we find most pressing, we talk about air, water, food, and consciousness, or your thoughts and your emotional states. Now, why is that important? Well, what we've assimilated over the 30 years I've been doing this and the 100,000 hours I have invested in this, that I have assimilated with all of that stuff going on, the most important things for us to absolutely focus on is mastering the basics. I'm going to say that again. The most important thing you could ever focus on is mastering the basics. Brian, is this supplement good for me? I don't know. How is your food? Exactly. Master the basics. A supplement is a supplement. Okay? And I'm just using supplements as a hypothetical example because here's the next thing. This is the truth. Tonight, topic and step number 1 is going to be to breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It may sound so lame, and it may sound like, really, Brian? You really, this is what's going to save the world? Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you why. Breathing is God-inspired. Most people don't breathe from their stomach. They breathe from their chest, which means they're constantly in fight or flight. If you're in fight or flight, you can't be in love. Therefore, you cannot thrive. You cannot occupy the same space at the same time with 2 opposing energies of fight, flight, fear, and love. Okay? The most important thing you can do to transmute, resurrect, elevate, resurrect emotions, belief systems, patterns, negative experiences, stressful experiences, the only way to transmute and to flip those into something that your body can take action on, move forward and be enthusiastic about, is breathing down into your stomach with your intention of pushing that oxygen down into your heart right here. This is where your truth is. When you're speaking from your truth, it will resonate in your voice box. And literally when we were babies, the first thing that grew out of our heart was our tongue. So when you're speaking your authentic truth, people know, period. And that happens by breathing and being present. Not in yesterday, not in tomorrow. Neither one of those times exists. So the only thing that works is literally bringing yourself back to your breath. Breathe. If you've ever heard me talk about the tool that I use called Abra that I created, 95% of it anyways, Abra, acknowledge, meaning identify the emotion through body language. Second one is breathe, air. Third one is release, meaning turning your sorrow into your joy, turning your fear into your courage, like that's release. The next one is to realign, which is the combination of both of those. And then A, which is appreciate, which we're going to get into tonight. Because if you're really looking to have amplifiers and multipliers of abundance in your life, it's like hitting the jackpot or the treasure trove if you used to play video games and you have this land or this level that you beat and all these treasures come out. If you're really looking to create that real life scenario in your life, practice appreciation. Practice gratitude. Practice being thankful, authentically thankful. Authentically thankful for your water. What's up, David? Authentically thankful for your food. Authentically thankful that you can take a deep breath right where you're at for free. Like, be authentically thankful and have gratitude and have appreciation. And here's what's going to happen. When we function in love and when we function in enthusiasm, authentically, meaning fully aligned, fully conscious, fully aware, you cannot help but thrive. Now, it's important to distinguish this. Thriving is not having a certain amount of money in your bank account, although it may feel that way for you. Thriving is having it all. It's having a state of consciousness that allows for pure abundance of your money, of your spiritual connection, of your wealth, of your health, of your relationships, all of that. Anyone who has an issue with saying that you cannot have it all has been fed some malinformation. Because I assure you, it is possible to have heaven on earth for those that believe it is available and for those that are willing to do the work. And I know that's you, or you would not be tuning in to me on 8 o'clock or with me at 8 o'clock Central Time on Monday, whatever month we're in, the 23rd day of 2016, right? So far, what is one thing that you've taken away? And let's just do a checklist real fast and let's see exactly where you're at. And then I'm going to get into the rest of the information. So far, what's your two biggest takeaways? What have you gathered and what do you plan on executing? Because you've all heard me say this, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is absolutely useless if it's not used. So with that being said, thank you, Ashley. With that being said, knowledge is only powerful if and when it's used at the right time, provided it's the right information. Yes. What's up, Marty? Gregory, Anthony Steele. Awesome. So that's some great feedback. So I have my computer open too so I can see your posts. So let's go into point number 2. We've talked about breathing. We've talked about air into your heart. We've talked about your heart and why it's important to breathe into your heart with your intentions. That's your heart center. When you come from breathing into your heart, you are now connecting with your I am that I am presence. That is God in you. It's also right-left brain integration, which is I and am. And it's also what God refers to himself scripturally, which is another interesting because we are all created in his like image. So when I can say I am already thriving, I am already happy, healthy, wealthy, and whole, I am already. Anytime you can use I am already statements, that's as high as it gets on the totem pole. You literally cannot get any higher with your ability to express and articulate words in the phrases that are going to make the biggest impact on the outcomes in your life, and mine included. All right. So great feedback so far. It looks like each of you is walking away with something now that you can use. Knowledge and intention. What's up, Ray? So, okay, awesome. So let's talk about the next one. It is these two components that I have found, I'll be completely Brian with you. Like last month for me, or at least the last 22 days was ridiculously off for me. Like there's days when I would be sitting here and be like, you know what, I'm done working, I'm going to the movies and not do anything else the rest of the day. What's up, Gary LeBro? Like I had a real challenge on how I was showing up. Like I was up and down all over the place. Like I don't honestly recall me ever having an experience like this in my life at this point. Amanda probably has some, what's up, Karen Hoffman? Amanda probably has some insight because there was a huge Mercury retrograde, which is a bunch of astrological stuff going on all at one time that was affecting a lot of human beings. And I believe that I was in that bunch of human beings that was affected. So with that being said, yeah, Jupiter square Saturn, whatever all that means. This means there's a lot of chaos going on. It's like a rodeo out there. So now it's finally calmed down, and it's amazing how much different I felt today. So I'm going to share with you the things that I've really focused on today that have allowed me to reconnect with myself, to reestablish my enthusiasm, and to reestablish my love for what I do and why I do it. Because even though I love what I do, sometimes I require a break. Sometimes I require going to the movies by myself. Sometimes I don't want to do trainings. So there's some times that I get to figure out why these things are functioning within me. That's right, Carrie. And I get to honor them, which is most important, rather than shove them down and just expect that, well, you can't act that way. No, I get to figure out what's up, and so do you, okay? Mandy Fawnville. Mercury retrograde, yes, whatever all that means, but that's what was happening. So let's talk about this. So point number 2. So number 1 is air. Number 2 is going to be love. Love conquers all. period. I'll repeat that again. Love conquers all, period. And it's the highest form of electrical energy you can get. Love actually creates motion, which is an emotion. And love is extremely important because with that, it allows you to transmute every other thing less than love, like every emotion. I love my sorrow into my joy. And I'm using this from the scriptural verse, not biblically speaking, scripturally speaking. Perfect love casteth out fear. So fear can turn into my courage and my faith. I can love my sadness into my joy. I can love my apathy into I choose to make this fun and easy. Like loving your emotion into the next emotion is one of the most important skill sets that you could possibly understand, because as a human being, we have a lot of emotions, and a lot of us have been grown up or raised and seen experiences where expressing your emotions was not that great of an idea. And we have a lot of those things potentially that are repressed. So being able to recognize what you feel and to love it is a guaranteed way to help you to thrive, period. While you're loving your life, be appreciative of your family, be appreciative of your health, be appreciative that you have a house, be appreciative that you have a phone, that you're watching me on the other side of the planet, potentially, some of you, and we're able to connect and share this time investment together and literally be able to share some amazing value and amazing wisdom. I don't care who you are, that's amazing. The fact that you can even do that on a freaking airplane 3 miles above the earth, that's amazing. Literally don't even think of like 100 years ago, we were on carts and buggies. So there's a lot to be appreciative of because we get to stand on the backs of some really amazing people and learn and just compound what we've learned because of what we've been able to understand through past people who've done things and loved their life and have been appreciative and have had gratitude and thankfulness. And if you ever get a chance to check out the miracle of water, you'll see how words make a massive difference on water and on how words affect our body. Our bodies are 77 to 80% water. So when you have words, like you've all seen my water jug, I got a new one, but I typically have blessed, I am prosperous, I am wealthy, I am abundant. I typically have all this stuff on here. And it is because all of those words carry an energetic sequence or signature, and they imprint my water. So when my water goes in my body, water takes on the shape of everything that it's in. And what it does is it completely changes the vibration of where my cellular fluids are vibrating at. So all I'm doing is working right versus working hard, because I put love on my jug. My body takes it in through the water. I'm constantly giving myself love all day long, even though I'm not giving myself love consciously. So that's the difference between working right and working hard. So using that, making that adjustment, and watch what happens. What's up, Craig, Marcus? Watch what happens and how you're able to change your experience. And here's the deal. Like if you look around at your experience and you look at the people, you look at the situations, you look at the circumstances, and you look at the events. People, circumstances, situations, events. You look at the feelings that those create. Those feelings, whether it's pain, sorrow, anger, enthusiasm, whatever it is, those feelings that are being created in your external environment is exactly what you are creating on your internal environment. What's up, Amelia? So, did that make sense? Because I think this is it's an important crux of the matter, because if you understand that you are creating everything and you can give yourself full permission to take responsibility right now, your life will change. If you don't take responsibility for it, there's no way you can implement love. There's no way you can implement gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation, because it is at that point that you're still being a victim. Victims don't look at things as being appreciative or looking to be grateful because they feel life has happened to them. Are we all on the same page so far? Hopefully. Is this making sense? Are you finding value in what I'm sharing with you tonight? Is this something you can use to better your life today? If it is, just answer a yes for sure. So let's go through point number 3, okay? You heard me sprinkle, what's up, Rebecca King? You heard me sprinkle in enthusiasm along the way. So let's just get clear on what enthusiasm is, and then I will share some on why it's important in your life. Okay, awesome. Thank you for the responses. You all are amazing. G-Man. So enthusiasm. So first off, enthusiasm is as high as it gets on the emotional totem pole, meaning you have enthusiasm depending upon your scale of emotional harmonics. What's up, Heather? Heather, it's time for a haircut. Probably Wednesday. Check your schedule. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So enthusiasm, pain, anger, fear, grief, apathy, and unconsciousness, which is I don't know. When I can say literally and be authentic with myself and say I am enthusiastic about my life, I'm functioning as God operating through me. That's entheos, which is God in you and God in me. Now, when I'm enthusiastic and I'm breathing into my enthusiasm, you are magnifying and you are putting multipliers on your experience, because all you're doing is you're raising your emotional currency that you're putting in the bank. I like how you use that word, my family, Marty. Good job, bro. Love you, man. Keep it up. You're doing amazing. I appreciate you and using the skill sets I've shared with you. So, enthusiasm is very important. When you can walk around your day and find something to be enthusiastic about, and you can love your life and love your experience and appreciate all of it. And I mean all of it. Not talking just the rainbows and Care Bears. I'm talking about the turds and all the stuff that didn't quite work so well. Those are equally as important, because I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for the contrast in my life, I truly would not be able to appreciate the messes that have been able to be turned into my message by God. And it wasn't until I took full responsibility for what it was and gave myself permission to love myself and to reclaim my enthusiasm and breathe into my wounds, like look them straight in the eye and say, I love you, whatever it is, whether you feel insecure, whether you feel fat, whether you think your mom hates you, whether your relationship with your mom sucks, all of that. Look it straight into the face. Don't go the other way from it, and breathe into it and be with that emotion and just love it. All you have to do, just love it and watch what happens in your life. Everything will change. I've seen families healed like Marty. Marty and I chatted for literally about 15 minutes a couple of weeks ago. He's already experienced his whole family had been reunited. And honestly, I see this happen so much that I appreciate it every time, and I cancel. I expect things like this to happen all the time because of the amount of times that I've seen it in. So if you just trust me and you follow my advice and you listen to what I'm sharing with you, go back and watch the training again. Watch it 3 or 4 times. Just keep it simple. Be enthusiastic about your life. Drink your water. When you're dehydrated, it means you don't want to feel. Water is equivalent to our feeling world. Okay? So let's recap for a minute and then we'll be done and we'll go through some questions. Okay? So we talked about air number 1, always breathing down into your chest, your heart. This is where your authenticity and this is where your I am that I am presence is. This is where you're functioning in your fullest capacity, not here. When you find yourself in your brain thinking and analyzing and doing all that, immediately say, be in your body. Like I learned this from Jeremy, one of my brothers that shared some stuff with me when trading some skill sets, and he really shared something with me that made a massive difference, and I'm going to share it with you because I think if you can as you implement the tool I'm about to share with you and you're able to reconnect with your higher self, you make decisions from that position, you show up from that position, and you're actually creating or causing an effect versus being at cause and effect, which is the direct opposite of being a victim versus a creator. Okay? There's some body language. I will, yes. Okay? So, I choose to remember what I was just talking about. I had a brain fart and I started talking about body language. I will remember. And moving to point number 2, recap. Love, breathe, down into your heart. Number 2, love is it's probably the most important one. It conquers everything that you have any challenges about. Just bringing love to it without trying to change the experience and just loving it will automatically change it. It's just how it works. Second one is enthusiasm. Being enthusiastic throughout your day. Finding out what it's going to take for you to be enthusiastic is your homework. Getting clear on what it is that you are feeling, all of that stuff. So is there any specific questions that you have while I have my Facebook account open? That way I can see. Is there anything specifically that was not made clear or that was not understood that I can provide some more insight on? Or maybe there's something that you would like to discuss. We still have a few more minutes. We got about 5 minutes. So I'll leave it open for questions for a minute. Dun, dun. Someone tries to call right in the middle of my broadcast. So that's all I have right now. I don't see any questions coming through unless someone has something. I appreciate your ear tonight. I think that if you go back and review our call, you'll find that some very simple and probably the most profound tools you can use for recentering and reconnecting with yourself. And if you use them, they will work. If you don't use them, they won't work. Maybe you get to set up some habits. Maybe you get to set up some reminders in your phone so that you can go back through the skill sets of, am I breathing? Am I loving? Am I enthusiastic? Am I appreciating? Am I being thankful? Am I giving gratitude? Those checkpoints will help you to be able to check in, to be able to stay conscious throughout the day. And when you show up a certain way or you make a judgment or you do something, you're like, I don't really like how I did that. Well, then in that moment, you can make a new shift or a new change. Awesome. I appreciate you. If you're looking forward to connecting with me, you definitely can connect with me on Facebook. You can connect with me on Instagram. Facebook's probably where I have the most time invested. You know how to get a hold of me. Shoot me a message if you got some. Other than that, have an amazing night. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.